Wow, guys, you won't believe this. Did you know that YouTube just deleted 2 videos of Captain Ibrahim Traore for no good reason? I just received an email telling me that these videos, they don't deserve to be in the YouTube platform. But I want to take another risk by playing this video so that you can tell me in the comments what do you think is wrong with this video that made YouTube to not allow it in their platform. Starting with this.
We are not in a democracy. We are in a revolutionary, progressive, popular revolution. Everyone must understand that, and it's even more surprising that those who are supposed to be the intellectuals who built the school can imagine that a country can develop in democracy. It's false. When we mention a single country that has developed in democracy, it's not possible. Democracy is only the outcome. We are necessarily going through a revolution, and we are indeed a revolution. Those who have not understood it, we still say it loud and clear. Everyone must incorporate this, and our role is to communicate, to explain, to make people understand what our revolution is. We will continue to play it. So this question of democracy or libertinism, of action or expression, does not have a place. I said it once. As much as you think you are free to speak and act, the other is free to speak and act as well. And there we end up in a society of disorder. And as it happens, even though we are in the middle of these periodic days, the theme is, by the way, order and discipline. We are not making a revolution in disorder. It's impossible. And we are going to make order and discipline prevail so that we can progress. Because social, economic, political, and ideological reforms need order and discipline. And everyone has a role to play in this. So appropriate the revolution. Let's stay vigilant. Because our revolution does not please many people. These local valets and sub-prefects who are here to execute the orders of their masters, believing that they can put an end to our revolution, that they understand that we have taken all the measures, and I say it once again, we will be pitiful and heartless in front of those who think they can put themselves through the development of our country. We will continue our revolution. We will develop our infrastructure, whether it is health, education, road infrastructure. We will develop our industry, transform what we want, and consume what we have transformed. Burkina will shine. We are displeased with those who still have nostalgia for the 1987 European Games, so stay focused, stay vigilant.
I wake up, I receive an email, they're telling me that no, look, we don't want to see this anymore. Now that you have watched this video, please feel free to drop us your comment in the comment section and tell us what is wrong for the YouTube to delete this video down, because it was just a general debate. That was the first video. What do you think is wrong about this video? Is there something wrong? Because you'll even be more surprised in the second video, which I'm about to play for you, of Captain Ibrahim Traore. But I just want us to at least debate a little bit about this part of this video that I just played for you. And I'm looking forward to all your comments in the comment section. Tell me, what do you think? Now, let's move forward before we get to comment more about this from our side. I want now to play you this video of Captain Ibrahim Traore, who was addressing people of Burkina Faso. Yes, he was passing a very strong message to people of Burkina Faso, trying to waken them up in order for them to know how to behave themselves with the Western. Watch this video. I'm gonna leave you to watch it until the end without being interrupted, so that you can come and tell us also what is your opinion.
A coward cannot be worthy. Let us not be cowards, young Africans, because a coward is always a traitor. And it goes hand in hand. They will try to frighten us so that we become cowards. And if we are cowards, we will betray. We must ban the treachery of our habits. Africans have been traitors so that the slave trade succeeds in Africa. It is because Africans have been traitors that colonization has been able to sustain in Africa. Let us question history. We will see. Lumumba, Patrice Lumumba, was betrayed because he dared to hold his head. And these same beautiful televisions came to the Congo for a few bids extended to individuals in the Congo for an interview to please their population. And you were able to follow that. Lumumba bothered us. He is dead. We are happy. It is treachery. Many other heroes have fallen so that we are here today. And it is a technique of imperialism to frighten others by taking action to really create terror. I think Thomas Sankara is a good example. If you are afraid, you will be cowardly and you will be a traitor. Never be afraid. The fight must continue. There are many other examples around the world. And there is this phenomenon that they have also used for a long time and that they continue to use. You see, some individuals, for example, have found themselves in other countries and created a so-called parallel government to the Malian government. You have heard this story. It is a technique that has existed for a long time. I will give you the example of Ahmed Chalabi, Iraq. This math teacher, who was even in the Iraqi government, was recaptured by the Imperialists, and he formed this semblance of parallel government in Iraq, in the United States. And he was used to be the sheep of sacrifice, because it was to him that it was said that Saddam Hussein was developing weapons of mass destruction, and he did it. They used him, and this Talibi was used to kill millions of children in Iraq and destroy Iraq. And do you know what was the fate of Chalabi? One evening after an interview, he said that he knew that the CIA was on his back. A few hours later, he was found dead in his bed, dead of a heart attack. If you betray, you will have macabre endings. That's how it is. Imperialism has no friends. Imperialism uses you. And when it finishes using you, it does what it wants with you. Follow my gaze. You understand what I'm talking about. It has always been like this. I'll give you an example. Social networks are the places where information is published today. People are informed through the internet. A young man who publishes an article on his farm, or an agricultural project or a scientific project may not have 1,000 views. But a young man who publishes on futility has millions of views. As the young slammer said, we want to waste your time on futility. Be aware. Let's focus on work and seek knowledge. Let's seek competence. It's good to be distracted, but we must work first before being distracted. Seek knowledge, otherwise you'll waste your time doing nothing.
Cherchez la connaissance, sinon vous perdrez du temps à ne rien faire.
Youth is the time when you must use your time wisely.
Il faut exploiter son temps à bon escient. Les impérialistes le savent.
The imperialists know this.
Ils vont multiplier tout ce qui est événement de distraction. Ils vont multiplier tout ce qui est.
That's why they multiply all events of distraction.
Pour que vous soyez des incompétents.
They multiply all events that can distract you from work so that you become incompetent. When you fall asleep, you choose the incompetent to lead the important structures. You have no choice but to fold. Let's not be incompetent. Let's seek knowledge.
Les incompétents se cachent souvent derrière des mots.
Incompetents often hide behind words. They use the terms democracy and freedom without realizing what they mean.
Camarades, la démocratie est un état
Democracy is a state of mind as much as youth is a state of mind.
Ces soi-disant démocrates,
Whether you're a Democrat or not,
comment est-ce qu'on peut
how can you impose democracy by killing millions of people?
C'est de la dictature, ça, ce n'est pas de la démocratie. Ça ne
It's a
s'impose pas.
dictatorship, not democracy. You can't impose it.
Ceux-là qui se disent démocrates, mais regardez, nous avons
Those who
vu
call
des
themselves
scènes
Democrats have seen scenes where people were prevented from joining assemblies.
Des scènes où des forces ont débarqué dans des assemblées pour obliger.
We've seen scenes where forces landed in assemblies to force deputies to take texts.
Plus terrible que ça.
We've seen more terrible scenes where people kill their demonstrators. But they call themselves Democrats, and we're called Perseus.
Si c'est ça la démocratie, je répète.
If that's democracy, I repeat, we don't want this democracy.
Et quand vous voyez souvent les incompétents,
And when you see
ils ne
incompetence,
cherchent pas à savoir quelle est la signification.
they don't seek to know what the real meaning of the word democracy is.
À la définition qu'il lui a donnée l'impérialisme, et il se met.
They cling to the definition given to them by imperialism and start talking about democracy without really knowing the basics. That's incompetence.
Regardez le monde pour redéfinir la démocratie.
You have to know, look at the world to redefine democracy as we want it in Africa.
Les incompétents se
Collective.
avec des règles, la liberté est collective. Parce que si vous ne respectez pas les règles,
Because if you don't respect the rules, you can't live in society.
si vous êtes libre de parler comme
If you're free to speak as you please, the other is free to answer as he
de vous
pleases.
répondre comme il veut,
That would be disorder.
ça sera du désordre. Si vous êtes libre de
If you're
rouler dans la
free to
rue et
walk
de
the
passer
streets
le
and
feu
pass
rouge
traffic
comme vous voulez,
lights as you
l'autre est
please,
libre de passer aussi et de vous cogner.
the other is free to pass by and
Vous
hit you.
comprenez que si
You understand that if individual freedom takes over, we are in a society of disorder.
voilà pourquoi il y a des règles dans la société.
That's why there are rules in society,
Et là, on parle de liberté collective.
and everyone has to respect the
Donc,
rules.
certains se donnent le droit de parler de leur liberté individuelle.
That's why we're talking about collective freedom. Some people have the right to speak about their individual freedom, but they don't care about others. I think that's also part of incompetence,
Ils s'arrogent les droits que peut-être les États les ont donnés.
because they don't try to understand. They make up the rights given by the states to serve and do everything for themselves, neglecting the freedom of others.
On pense à la liberté d'autrui.
No, freedom is collective. Before we act, we think about the freedom of others, and we shouldn't transcend the freedom of others. So we need to have a reserve. And once we have a reserve, individual freedom doesn't exist. Freedom is collective, and we need to have this culture of collective freedom.
Cherchons donc la connaissance, lisons.
So let's seek knowledge, let's read, let's interrogate history. Don't read the history they wrote in their favor.
Cherchez la connaissance à travers plusieurs sources et vous comprendrez.
Seek knowledge through several sources, and you will understand in history who fought for Africa, how we must fight to continue this struggle of our ancestors.
Et je ne terminerai pas mes propos sans faire.
And I won't finish my words without making a statement about communication.
Parce que comme je le dis, c'est l'arme fatale de l'impérialisme. Et vous jeunes,
Because as I said, it's the fatal weapon of
pour
imperialism.
savoir distinguer le vrai du faux.
And you young people, you must do everything to distinguish the true from the false. We will continue to dismantle the lies of imperialist media that always try to create problems in Africa.
Par leur bouche, ils peuvent vous rendre un roi demain.
Because these media, through their mouths, can make you a king tomorrow.
Et vous rendre.
Through their mouths, they can make you leave your position as king and make you a poor slave tomorrow. Pay attention.
Je suivais une émission, malheureusement, il n'y a pas longtemps, burkinabé, où un jeune
I was following a program, unfortunately not long ago, in Burkina Faso, where a young journalist released a sentence that left me a little perplexed.
Il meurt de faim en Corée du Nord. A-t-il pris le soin d'aller en Corée du Nord enquêter pour voir vraiment s'il meurt de faim?
He was talking about North Korea,
L'idée
and the
que les
journalist
médias
said,
impérialistes ont
but he
vendu
is
la Corée du
starving
Nord,
in
la
North
Corée du Nord est
Korea.
plus développée que beaucoup de pays européens. Et parce que ces
Has he
médias
taken care of
nous
going to
disent
North Korea to
la
investigate
Corée
to
du
see
Nord,
if he
c'est
is
la
really
dictature, les
starving?
gens meurent de faim, ils
Since
sont
imperialist
pauvres,
media have sold North Korea, North Korea is more
La Corée du
developed
Nord
than
est
many
une
European
puissance nucléaire.
countries.
Comment est-ce qu'ils ont fait?
And because these media tell us that North Korea is a dictatorship, people are starving, they are poor, they have nothing, we take it here.
Ces médias menteurs qui ne cherchent qu'à diviser l'Afrique.
But North Korea is a nuclear power. How did they do it? Let's pay attention to communication. We must not blindly follow these lying media that only try to divide Africa. It is logical. They fight for the interests of their people, and the interest of their people is that Africa is divided. So, young people of Burkina Faso, young people of Africa, we must unite. We must ban cowardice. We must ban incompetence. We must ban treachery and all the risks in our society. We have the opportunity to speak. We thank God for these opportunities that we have each time to speak, to raise awareness. And I invite you to spread the word, to get to work so that the Africa that we want, self-sufficient in terms of food, is a reality.
All right, guys. We managed to watch the two videos which YouTube decided to remove from their platform. Again, as I said, I received an email from YouTube letting me know that no, these videos are not good for their platform. I get to look on other YouTubers and what they had posted on their platform concerning African matters that were worse than us. Then I was surprised to see what went wrong with these videos. We're just talking about an individual. So why is YouTube deleting these videos? That was the question I asked myself. And then I end up realizing that no, it's not all about this video not being good for YouTube platform. No, actually, there's a problem here. There is an individual, the name of an individual who seemed to be the main target from all this. And here I'm talking about Captain Ibrahim Traore. Is the man whom they want to attack. Is the man whom they are fighting with everything in their power, trying to see on where they can destroy him. So, them letting us talking about Captain Ibrahim Traore with his vision for Africa continent, it's kind of like we are spreading the message or news which they don't want people of Africa to know. Remember, these things did not started today. These things started many years ago. We are talking about people who have come in Africa, did whatever they're supposed to do and what they still continue to do in Africa. But they never want the history of Africa to be taught out there. If you go in Europe, the children who are in the school, they're teaching them about matters that concern only Europe. They never teach them about what they have done in Africa, the kind of crime, or how many times they've been looting in Africa continent. No. Instead, whenever they want to talk about Africans, is to make their children believe that Africans are just slaves. Now, when it comes in Africa continent, they don't want the history of Africa to be taught to African children in school. Instead, they would like you to talk about the World War II, on how Germany under Hitler and Russia fought, or how Germany colonized France. You know, those are the things they want you to learn. They're forcing you to learn their history and not your own history. What I'm trying to say here is that this is how they've been operating for all these years. They don't want Africans to know the truth because they know very well that the truth will set African free. This truth that they're hiding from Africans is because they know that this is the truth that will revolt the entire Africa continent. And seeing such leaders such as Captain Ibrahim Traore, Prof. Lumumba, Julius Malema, Akima Shamanda, the many more Pan-Africans out there who are spreading this gospel of the awakening up of Africa continent, for them, it's kind of like a striking them, like putting them in a very bad position, because they're not going to feel more comfortable to know that whatever we've been trying to forbid these Africans to be talking about, that's what they're doing. Some of us, whenever we come out here and we trying to having this kind of conversation with you, you don't have an idea how many times these people that are fighting us. It's just that we have also taken every good precaution to protect ourselves from not being harmed from these people. But at the same time, we're using their platforms. Platforms where now they have reached to the point of telling us what we can post and what we can't post. Why? Because they're in possession of everything. That's why I keep on praying to God. I can't wait for the day when one of our African brother or sister who will come one day and tell us that no, we're now having our own platform as Africans. We're now having our own TikTok. We're now having our Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Because these people, what they have done so far, they use their own media to do whatever they want to do, to inform you what they want you to hear, and not the naked truth. So, them taking these videos down, it is a sign of them trying to tell you that, no, look, we don't want any things which has to do with these individuals. We don't want this kind of message to be shared for everyone to listen to it, because we want Africa with Africans to remain under our control. And this kind of wakening up message is not something that will allow you to sit down and discuss about it. And every revolutionary who comes out there to waken up Africans is being considered as their enemy number one. So I had to take this risk to come back again and try to replay this video for you, because I want us to watch it together so that we can both understand the kind of people we are dealing with, so that we can have a clear idea of why we are not being able to succeed with the unity of Africans, or to succeed on how to kick these people out of Africa continent, so that at least we can be able to start waking up even more faster than ever. Because when we are busy being distracted out there with social media or some nonsense, well, these people, they are moving hard. They're moving very fast. They are making sure that Africans should not understand what's going on. Africans should not reach to their targets. That's what they are doing. And it is us who have to come and stand on our feet to understand that this message, which is coming from our fellow African brothers, whether it is in diaspora or Caribbeans, whether it is in Africa continent, to waken up the entire Africa so that we can be united, so that we can build one strong Africa. We can have our own monetary, we can have our own army, we can speak one language. That unity of Africans that we always preach, it is something which we can take action right now and stop all this. But just because they can see that some Pan-Africans that are standing, coming out from different areas, and they are revealing up the truth of what had happened and what is their plan to destroy Africa continent, well, they're now using their own platform to stop us They're now using their own platform to make sure that we should not be aware to understand exactly what they're up to. So now, I have a question which I want to ask all of you. With these two videos that I just played for you, I strongly believe that you are more convinced that there's nothing wrong with those videos, because what was being said here, it was the naked truth. No one lies. They were speaking the fact, and it is with this kind of message that can revolt or waken up the entire Africa. And I also strongly believe that you agree with me that YouTube was wrong or is wrong for deleting these videos. But now that we've put it again back there, let's see, because we have now exposed them. That's what I did. I would have just kept quiet and let go of it. But I'm like, no, I'm going to expose them. And that's what I just did. I exposed YouTube. Now let's see if YouTube will have the courage to come back and remove again this video from the platform. Let's see what they will do. Because we all know that this kind of like any instructions which are coming from somewhere where someone will have to tell you like, no, look, this kind of message should not pass. This kind of what should not go. Like they have to choose what have to pass. If I was here dancing naked or doing some crazy nasty thing, then I don't think YouTube was gonna feel like I'm violating their guidelines. Of course, they'll have loved to have more viewers and promote this kind of videos. But when you are talking about Africa, when you are talking about on how to raise up the economy of Africa, how to build and develop Africa, well, it seems like it does not sit okay with them, because they know very well that no, this is going to be a serious problem, because they know very well also that this is something which they don't want Africans to know. If Africans start opening up their eyes like this, it's going to become a serious problem. Guys, it was very important that I have this conversation with you. I was also surprised when I received those email and checking my videos, they had deleted it already, because they believe that no, this video are not good for their platform, without giving me a proper reason. So I was like, no. I appealed to them. They told me that no, my application is rejected. So I was like, no. Since I still have the videos, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to let everyone know, just in case maybe you were trying to look for this video but you can't find it. At least now you have an idea of what these people they have done. But now we managed to put it back on the same platform under a different context. Let's hope they won't remove it. So again, thank you so much for your support. Your unconditional support, we really do appreciate it, because this is a very big risk that we are taking as well from our side, to come and share this message of Pan-Africans and Africans all over around the world. They don't want that. And obviously, they're not going to only fight people such as Ibrahim Traore, or Julius Malema, or PL Lumumba, or all these people. No, they'll also fight us, because we're the one now who are taking this message and spread it out there. So we need your support. We need your love. And we'll really do appreciate that. So I'm looking forward to all your comments, and don't stop telling us what you think about it, and we'll be responding back again to your message as soon as possible we get a chance. I believe that will be all for now, but don't leave this video without liking it. Give us your thumbs up. That's a way of you supporting us. Support us also in any way possible as you can. Yeah, you can buy us a camera, a microphone, or anything financially. We'll really do appreciate that. But if you don't have, it's still also okay. Just support us by liking this video. And also subscribe to the channel for more video like this to come, because this is a Pan-African platform which we had put on place in order for us to be communicating as Africans all over around the world. So subscribe to the channel for more video like this to come. I believe that will be all for now. Continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.